Uh, Welcome to Chef Special episode 5. Scoot, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy.
Doing good. How about you, man?
I'm doing well. I'm glad we could finally get together on Sunday. I know it's been all week, it seems like, trying to do this. Sorry, I went out of town. Went to visit Twizzler. Had a great 3 or 4 days. I left on Wednesday instead of Thursday, which we usually could do this on Wednesday if I had stayed in town. But yeah, I left. But I had a good
No
time. Went
worries.
acted like a college student for 4 days, which is nice.
Oh, that sounds good. Something I
Yeah,
do every day still, even though
yeah.
I'm out of college.
Yes, this is true. You are, in fact, out of college and still acting like a college student, which is totally fine, right? So,
Oh, 1000%. Anything like not really like special or anything like stand out from your weekend while you were there?
no, not really. Your video today is just acting all up and funny. I don't know why it started like that, but whatever. You asked me what stood out from my weekend.
Yeah.
Um, we had an event on Thursday, an event on Friday. It's by the time Friday itself, but by the time Saturday came around, we were just done for. Just like no energy, dead. Just didn't want to do anything. But we still went and did something and tried to uh, be social. But we were all out of energy by the time Saturday came around. And this morning we were tired. I did not want to get on a plane to leave. Played a basketball game today for law school intramural league. Pulled up some
Catch a dub.
buckets. Pulled
Catch
up
a dub.
buckets, catch a dub,
Oh, there we go.
put up like 35 points. So maybe I was a ball hog. Don't really care too much.
No, if you're
Kind
if
of
you're
gotta
dropping
be.
if you're dropping 35, that means you're not missing, so you deserve to be the
Well, I
ball hog.
mean, it. I was shooting like 1 for 2. We were using a girls' ball too. I mean, the room for error is quite great, but your weekend was good.
Yeah, so was Hoko homecoming weekend for I guess you can say my old college now. We had a bunch of people come in town. Our whole like friend group has graduated, and then we had some other friends that we hang out with now. And there was like everywhere we went, we were like at least with like 15 to 20 people,
That's
and
fun.
it was a
Did you
great
actually
time.
go to the concert?
No, we all decided after Georgia, after the college told us that they would more than likely be getting Jack Harlow. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, let's go to the concert, get tickets." They come out with a list. You have Jack Harlow, Nelly, um, Ludacris, I think Wiz Khalifa, one more, and then the artist who they actually got, Flow Rider, was like the least voted on. And I understand probably money wise and like schedule timing didn't work out, but like none of us in our friend group wanted to see Flow Rider, so we just stayed in,
It's like
drank a
fifth
little bit.
grade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like fifth
Like
grade all over again.
you're just like jumping up and down to "Welcome to My House." I think
Yeah,
was
yeah,
every song, everybody I saw that was there. It's like the one song I saw posted. I'm like, I can't jump up and down to that. So
yeah.
no, we
No.
just showed at the house and then just pretty much did an all day drinking Saturday.
Well, that sounds like fun still, even though you didn't go to the concert. I mean, I remember high school when we went to those concerts. They were like really fun.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like when we went, they had like
That's right, we were going when I was like 18. I was like still a junior in high school.
yeah, exactly. I was a senior in high school, and so I mean, but I mean, they had Waka Flocka. I mean, he is very entertaining. He came into the crowd. I remember him being like 5 feet from us.
Yeah, that was fun. All right, well, let's hear about your song that I gave you. Tell me what you think. I know you're gonna like
Okay,
it.
so you had "Raised in the Holler" by who was it by?
Chase Matthew, I think.
Okay, was it featuring Hayden?
Yeah, featuring Hayden Kaufman.
Yeah. Okay,
He
so
like
as soon as
his
I
part in the song is really small. Dude promotes it off the chain on Instagram. Like
yeah,
he
I
like
know.
is all in it, and he's like got like it seems very little. The few
Ye-
times I've listened to it.
No, I agree. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, it might not be as bad. I mean, it was good. I'll give that one. That was the best one I've heard so far. I will
The
say that.
guy, the main guy, he sings some redneck like stuff, just
Oh,
like talking about county lines and like fighting over girls and stuff like
yeah.
that. It's pretty
Like
funny.
I swear there was something in here about like being in the deer stand or shooting something. I swear that was a line. And I was like, oh gosh, here we go again. But no, I'd say that's definitely number one right now on the list.
Okay, well that's a good. Yeah, no, Hayden Kaufman's good. I haven't given Hayden Kaufman's song outright, but I mean, we were listening to Hayden Kaufman because he's from Knoxville. When we were like freshmen in college, he was coming to play at our tailgates and stuff. And now
Yeah.
he's like way bigger than college tailgates. But yeah, really
Oh,
fun.
one for sure.
Your song, City of Gods. Fabio Foreign.
Fabio Foreign, yeah.
Fabio Foreign. I was gonna say Fivio, because that's what it reads like. But I heard Kanye when I was listening to the song say Fabio or Favi or something like that.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't bad. Like I thought Fabio's verses were good. I mean, Kanye's wasn't bad either. The COVID line was funny, and but the chorus kind of sucked. The Alicia Keys chorus not good.
Oh,
Not
see,
good.
I love her chorus.
I don't know. I also just like don't really like the songs about New York City are like just dumb. I don't know. But
Yeah.
the song itself wasn't bad. Just when like why you gotta mention New York City in it? I don't know. Not a fan of New York City, so whatever.
Understandable.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. We'll start with topic one.
Oh, before we get into topic one,
Oh,
let me go real quick.
Okay. You're good. Go for it.
Go for it. All right. What is your hoodie on? Like, what is your hoodie like?
Oh,
That
it's
is
the
fire.
Space Jam hoodie. It actually. Oh, so sorry. It actually came from Old Navy. It's but I love it. It was like $12. I got it on sale.
Yeah,
The back.
that
It's
is
got it on the
fire.
back too. Got the whole like crew on the back.
Oh, okay.
You can see
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
I like the hoodie.
Yeah. Most people. I get mixed reviews. Twizzler doesn't like it too much. So I only get to wear it like around the apartment or like when I'm by myself.
Yeah,
But I like the hoodie. See, I get compliments when I'm out in public. Like people get it. People get it. If people don't get it,
People
it just
get it,
looks like another
exactly.
graphic tee or whatever.
Yeah.
But whatever.
We'll get to the topics now. Sorry,
All right.
I had to get to that first.
All right. Topic one. Start your timer for first topic. All right. You got drafted, and you wake up tomorrow morning. You got drafted. What are you gonna do, Scott?
Cry.
Just gonna cry.
I'm just gonna cry.
And that's not gonna save you.
I've played.
You
too
gotta
much
do
Call
more
of
than
Duty.
that.
I've played too much Call of Duty to know how this is gonna end.
Well, we're all gonna die.
It's just gonna be. I'm not gonna be prepared. I'm not gonna know what's coming at me. I'll just be scared.
Look, you have like toy soldier training at Georgia Military College Prep School.
Yeah, but we're going over to see Mr. Putin. Like I saw today that he had like cleared the whatever for them to like open up their like nuclear stuff
Mm-hmm.
to like get ready to maybe send stuff off like nuke bombs or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're literally going into World War III.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? We're going to war, Scott. We've been waiting for this since 1945.
Well, I would be glad watching from the sidelines.
Oh, you said you had excuses. What are your excuses?
Yeah, my excuses. I am flat-footed, so the boots are a no-go, and I'm an only child. So
The boots just hurt your feet anyway. That's not a good excuse.
okay, well, if I die, my bloodline's cut off.
Oh,
So
is
that
that
is a great excuse.
since when does like America worry about your bloodline? Nobody cares about your bloodline.
Oh, dude, I swear I looked that up when we were like in high school because I think we were talking about it in let class, and because we were looking at things to like reasons people didn't get drafted, and like being flat-footed was one, and being the only child or the male only child because your bloodline's cut off.
I know they have the Saving Private Ryan movies that kind of about how they don't put people in the same like unit because they don't want all the people in their family to die, all the brothers to die if like one unit gets blown up, so people won't get placed in the military anymore with like their siblings. But and I guess that's kind of the same premise. Like you don't want your bloodline to die, but still, I don't know. Being flat-footed ain't an excuse in a time of war. Like
I feel like it's a great
if they're
excuse.
drafting people, like they don't care about the bottom of your foot and how your feet hurt. I mean, people's feet hurt every day. Like, your feet hurt in high school, and you weren't even in the army
Yeah, I know.
wearing those uncomfortable shoes
Those
and uncomfortable
were
boots.
so bad.
Well,
What
I
are
wouldn't
you
be.
doing?
I'd be okay. I mean, I'm already in the reserves, you know that, but I don't. I just don't mind. Like if everybody's getting drafted, I'd be like, yeah. I mean, I would feel bad if everybody's getting drafted and I didn't get drafted. You know, you like feel so like dishonorable, and like everybody else having to go whether they want to or not, and you just didn't get drafted. You're like, good gosh. And that was like kind of a take. I got like Chocolate Sun in the car today said that, and I was like, yeah. I mean, I would want to get drafted if everybody's gonna get drafted, but I don't know. So. If people are doing push-ups at GMC, they're getting passing out. Sergeant Schwartz on them.
They would do like 3 push-ups and they're out for the count. Like, yeah, that would just be bad.
Space Force. All right, well, let's go to the next one. All right, top 6 down. The news, the male news of the weekend was college basketball.
Bro.
You said you don't care much about college basketball, but
Well,
top 6 teams in the NCAA
no,
losing.
wait. No, pause. I love college basketball when March Madness is here, and I love watching it during when I don't have stuff like this weekend going on. This weekend we had like 20 people, like I said, over at the place we were staying at, and these people I don't see often, so I literally watched no TV or cable at all this weekend.
So, did you see any of those games? You just missed them all?
I saw like a few highlights like scrolling through Instagram. And the only highlights I saw was like the last 5 seconds when either one team would miss the game winning shot, or like the top 16 will miss the game winning shot, or they would already be out and out of the game. Then it was the last 10 seconds, and then everybody just storms the court.
Dude, Tennessee's brutal. Like Tennessee's 15-0 at home this year. Beat Kentucky and beat Auburn in the last 2 weeks. And then somewhere in there we lost on an away game to Arkansas. They're just so inconsistent. We beat like 2 top 5 teams, and then all of a sudden we lose just to some much less team. And I don't know. They're gonna jump, and they're gonna be ranked well when it comes to March Madness time. They're gonna go in the SEC tournament number 2. They probably won't win the tournament because they do terrible in the tournament. But being a Tennessee fan, it's tough. We got Arkansas again this week at home, but we're 15-0 at home. It's crazy. We beat 3 top 5 teams this year.
Are y'all ranked right now?
Yeah, we're ranked like 17 this past week. We beat Kentucky when we were ranked 22 last week. Now we're ranked 17. We beat Auburn. We lost a game in between those two, but now we beat 2 of the teams that are in the top 5 right now, or top 10.
So you'll probably jump
or 3
up
because
like,
our Arizona's in there too.
So if you're 17, you'd probably jump up to like what? I'm
10,
thinking like 12.
11,
I was
12.
12.
I don't know. We lost 6 games, so count up. I think we lost 6. Yeah.
It's okay. Duke's win the national championship.
What's your strategy for your bracket? I mean, you don't watch games all season, so you just like pick up a pencil and start circling things.
No, like I'll look on the the ESPN bracketology app. I'll get on that and like whenever I make my bracket, and I'll like click on the thing and I'll like see who they've played, who they lost to, how many points they're scoring. So I mean, I'll get into it and look into it. But I mean, this year you have to go Duke all the way. Coach K is not going it out without winning one last national championship.
That's tough. I mean, I feel like this year is a good year for picking a blue team. You know, just put like Gonzaga, Kansas, Duke, and Kentucky in your Final Four, and 2 of the teams will probably be there. I mean, you could probably do that in most seasons, but anyway, I don't know. Duke and Kentucky are so hard to bet for because they're so inconsistent, because they're so young. They always have like one and done players.
Yeah.
Where like you have older teams, and Kansas the same way, where you have older teams that have more people on them, that have a little more experience. Like Gonzaga, I think has a good chance to have some older guys on the team, even though they have some young talent too.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Should be a fun March Madness.
It should be a fun March Madness, and like tournament season here for the conference tournaments are going to be really fun to watch too, I think. I might watch more college basketball in the next 2 weeks. All right. Next topic. Open relationships. Just absolutely weird of a topic, but so when I go visit Twizzler, not even visit her, just talk on the phone and like telling me like drama that girls talk about or whatever's going on, and like hear this, that, and the other about people, and everybody is in an open relationship at Yale. That's what I've decided. That's totally not true, but that's what I just say that because it seems like every other person, or like especially the people who are having drama like that, that's the type of people we're dealing with. So I was gonna, what is your take on an open relationship?
Open relationships are a no-go. That is so weird to me.
But like, it's not a thing in the South at all, and
no,
like when I went up there for the first time and I started seeing some of these things, I was just like, what? People, this is normal. I mean,
people do this. Like, is your knowledge off the ground?
Yeah, I mean,
do they just like so? Like, do you? We won't say names, but like, do you know somebody now that you visited that's in one?
No, I don't know anyone that's in one personally, but it's more so like it's a person hooking up with someone, and that person they're hooking up with is in an open relationship. And then that person is like hurt, and they're wondering why they like nobody wants to be in a relationship with them, or why they can't like why this person won't commit to them. And it's like you're like sleeping with a guy or a girl who is in an open relationship.
Yeah.
And then you want other
That's
people to give you attention, and when you're like sleeping with a guy who's in a relationship with another girl, or a girl that's in a relationship with another guy, like what did you want to come from it?
I, I guess they're just here for a good time.
And people set themselves
I
up
don't
for
know.
disappointment.
Yeah. I will say there is. I don't know like personally, but I know the UFC fighter, Sugar Sean. He's in an open relationship.
I did watch that. I watched that podcast, or was it on a podcast? It was like Caleb Presley or something, right? No,
I think so. Yeah.
it was on some interview, which was quite a bold take. Um, I don't know if there's any circumstance where I think it's okay. I could like probably talk a lot about it for a long time if you like get into the weeds about what situation it could possibly be okay, like maybe some disability situation over time or something like that. I don't know, like where, but interesting. I don't know.
Distance. No, that's just cheating at that point.
That's what I said. Distance is cheating.
Yeah,
mean-
you just don't be together.
I
What's
guess
the
I didn't
point?
mention that a lot of these people, yeah, they're in an open relationship, quotation marks, basically cheating on their girlfriend or boyfriend because the other person's in a long distance, or they're in a long distance relationship. How does that bring you a peace of mind? How do you even go to sleep at night?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I wonder if these people like in an open relationship, like, do they say the same stuff to like each other? Like,
Yeah, that's what I said. I said,
romantic-wise?
well, if you're the girl who's not in this relationship and you're like the additional person in the open relationship, the third person, then yeah, how do you know he's not lying to you just so he can cheat on his girlfriend?
exactly.
So anyway, yeah, strange, but
No go.
it happens more often than you think in other places. All right, next topic, because rich. So, well, people who are rich do not like when you talk about things that rich people do, and you're not talking directly about them, but you're around them, just because they have money and they think that you're talking about them, or maybe you are talking about them and you're just kind of roundabout way talking about them, but they get uncomfortable in conversation, they get defensive when you're just pointing out the obvious sometimes, or just stating what the situation is, or like things that people do, and it's like these are the things that make rich people stand out, or these are the things that rich people do that make people that people aren't rich go like, what the heck, like why do you have to act like that, or why do you do these things when you're rich? Why can't you just act like a normal person? And a lot of it
They
is
are entitled.
they are entitled, and they sometimes there's plenty of rich people that aren't. But the ones
Oh,
that stand
yeah.
out, the ones that stand out, and the ones
ones
that you
that-
like talk
yeah.
about, like this is what rich people do. Yes, those are the entitled ones. But I mean, it irks me when the people who are rich get uncomfortable when you're trying to talk about like things that rich people do. It's like why do you have to like get uncomfortable about it? We're just trying to have a conversation here. I can't help that you grew up with money and like you didn't have to do anything for yourself, or maybe you turned out absolutely normal and you're taking it to heart. And I'm just trying to talk about the group of people I met or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's like if you like talk to somebody who's rich and like they're well off, and it's like they're like, oh, I went to this place that's like out of the country when I was 8, and I went
Yeah.
here when I was 9, and I'm like, okay, yeah, can we talk about it? And they're like you said, they get like defensive, and it's just like a weird
Yeah.
topic to talk about. I'm like, I just want to hear how your trip was, because I know I'm not gonna ever go there. I could care less to go there, but it's cool that you've been, so I'd like to hear.
Yeah, and like I've never really been around a whole lot of people with money. I mean, to put in perspective, we had people at our high school or around us that had money from where we're from,
Yeah.
and the people that I see now who have money, like in the different places I'm living and being like, don't even compare. And it's just insanely different how the people in our life who had a lot more money than we did acted compared to the people that I now see who have even more money than they
Even
did.
more.
Like that gap of money is large. Like the people that we were around that we knew had money, or their family had money, or what we did in middle class considered had money,
Yeah.
like they acted very normal. Like all of those people, even though they had a nicer house than us, they acted just like everyone else. They did the same things. They bought the same. They may have had like a nicer car, a little bit nicer car. It was nothing extreme. They didn't act awkward socially. They didn't like not know how to do fundamental things. They didn't know how to like do their own laundry or clean up their own behind themselves, or even simpler, how to drive a car. I mean, yeah, there's people out there that don't know how to drive, which is crazy
That's
too.
insane.
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, it's just not a necessary skill if you live in a city. But anyway, population is much tighter up there in the Northeast. All right,
That's true too. Shout out Uber.
shout out Uber or a driver. That's when you've made it.
Shit.
Warm weather, baby. A little bit lighter topic. So, Scott, what are you looking forward to for the warm weather? I mean, this answer is much simpler for me than it is for you because I don't get warm weather very often. You're like out there probably in warm weather right now, or at least 60-degree weather, which is pretty warm.
Yeah, this weekend was great weather. It was like 70 on Saturday. It was 75 on Friday. We went and played golf. I mean, I was in shorts and a collar shirt, and then
I haven't played
Friday,
golf since I was here.
that's
My,
unfortunate.
my clubs are over here in the corner just collecting dust.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And then let's see, what is it? It was like Wednesday. It was like Tuesday or Wednesday. Both those days, it was like 82 degrees. And like everybody's like walking around in shorts, t-shirts, tank tops, flip-flops. It's like, oh, this is the best thing ever. So what I'm looking for most, warm weather coming up, that means more pool days and being tan. Because for me, being tan, just like I just feel so much better.
I'm so far from pool days. It's painstaking to even think about. So far from pool days. I mean, I went outside today and it was warm. I wore gym shorts to the gym. It was like 35 degrees. You know, the sun was out and the wind was blowing. But warm weather, like, I don't know, what I'm considering warm for me now is probably like 65, 70, like where I don't have to wear anything but a long sleeve shirt to class. But Monday of this past week, super nice. It was probably 65. I was like, oh, I'm living it up now, you know, like feeling like home again. I go to class, I'm getting this like great sunshine mentality. Like, I'm going to go ride my bike today. It's great weather. Go down to the bike ramp, and somebody stole my bike. They torched the bike chain and stole my $600 bike.
Are you serious? What?
And I was like, well, today is Monday. Maybe I deserve this, thinking I could have such a great day on a Monday. So I shut the door, I walked out, and I went down to my room. I said, oh, I'm not doing any homework either. I'm going to the gym. I went and shot basketball for 3 hours. I said, I can't do it today. I can't do it. But no, warm weather. I'm looking for the summer's gonna be great. I'm going to Columbia, South Carolina for officer training, and every weekend I'm gonna try to go do something fun with Twizzler. We're gonna try to go to Myrtle Beach, go to Charleston, go to Hilton Head, go to Savannah.
Love
Like,
that beach.
just
Oh,
bounce around South Carolina and
I want to go
have
to
fun.
Charleston.
Charleston's a blast, dude. Charleston's a good time. I mean, it's not much of there's no beaches there, but it is fun time, and there's a lot
Yeah.
to see.
I just want to go because that's where they shot Outer Banks.
Civil War impersonators out there standing around waving Confederate flags on the corner of. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre place to be completely
It's
honest.
scary.
It's like some old white dudes, you know, standing out there.
Oh my
But the
gosh, yeah.
scenery is pretty. The houses are pretty at least.
Oh yeah, they have
crazy
beautiful
people,
spots.
but
Beautiful spots that I've seen. I've had a few friends go down there in the past couple months and have pictures, and I'm like, okay.
yeah. All right, on to the next one. Skill list. All right, Scott. I know you're a man of many skills:
As you know,
fashion, rap game, video games, going out on Friday nights, sitting at the bar. All right. What is the skill that you wish you had that you don't have?
the skill to DJ.
Okay.
That would be my skill. I've said this.
I'm
and,
I'm like kind of surprised you haven't like got into that yet somehow.
I know. I feel like
Seem-
I would want to, but I feel like I would just need to like spend so much time on that, and this time that I don't have.
What do you mean
Because, like,
time you
we-
don't have?
Like when I'm time, I guess probably like the best way to say it, I guess, would be so like maybe like this summer looking into it. Because like when we're playing intramurals and I go to work 10 to 4 and then I go to golf practice from
Bro,
4
but
to
you
6.
gotta like at some point you gotta choose like a career path and like also do what you want. And like being a DJ is
Well-
fun and you get paid for it, which is like gonna fare you much better than playing intramurals. Oh, like I mean, you're at the point where intramurals is about over.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying, this summer. and I can have that time spent on. Because I mean, I've
See, the summer is
seen.
when like you're done officially. It's like May comes around, like all your friends are done with school, and that's what you're waiting on.
Well, they're not done with school, but like I'm gonna start job searching for a full time job whenever we get back from spring break. Like the week after spring break is when I'll probably start looking.
Yeah,
So
and you're
then,
gonna come get a job in Columbus, Ohio, and live with us.
I mean, yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
I'll put it on the
I got a
list.
double bed. There's plenty of space. We can put a wall between us. I'll give you make your whole room, put a curtain up.
Oh, say less. I slept on a couch all this weekend, so I mean, any kind of bed would be better than a couch. But no, but
Yeah,
like whenever we get done with spring break, I'll start looking, and then I think like the guys I hang out with, Jackson, he has like a semester left, and so like I'm not gonna play. Like I'll be done because I'll hopefully have a job by then.
yeah.
But yeah, DJ for like even like Garrick and everything. Like everybody says, I have the aux whenever we have parties and everything. But like it would be so cool if like
Won't you? Yeah, you could pay to go to like a course or something and do like a 2 month course or something, or a 1 month course somewhere. I'm sure they have them in Atlanta and whatnot. You learn how to do it. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
obviously you probably need some of them. You probably provide equipment just to show you how to do it, and then by the time you get done learning, and you go buy your own equipment, like based off what you like of the equipment they used.
yeah, because I think it would be cool to like party like pool parties and stuff that you have like DJ or
Yeah,
like any type of parties that wouldn't be like too crazy. But I don't know. DJ is my skill set. Well, which one would you go with?
I wish I was either fluent in a language,
Ooh,
probably a European language, just because like I would actually want to go use it. Where like I don't really care to go to a lot of countries where the language is in a country that's not very fun to go to, or a place that I'm not really interested in, which is I'm more interested in going to European countries, I guess, than I am other places. Um, or I really learn how to play an instrument. Like I love to how to play guitar, but that's a lot of commitment.
yeah, that is
But
a lot.
that's just an excuse. I mean, I am like in school and I have plenty to do all the time and whatnot. But I don't know. I wish I'd have grown up in a school. I know we're well beyond time, but like I wish I'd grown up in a school where the language learning was a lot more important. Because
Yeah,
Twizzler and a lot of people that went to go to school with her, like just growing up. I mean, I guess it's a thing for people who like have better education, but learning another language is a big deal, and instruments are a big deal. And like where we come from, it just doesn't matter. It's not a useful skill. Why would you waste your time and money on it?
yep.
You're
You
not
know what's
you're
useful?
not leaving the South. You're not leaving Georgia anytime soon. So like, they don't teach the kids how to like use any like learn things that are useful outside or eclectic type things.
Yeah, no. Where we're from, if your skill set needs to be in sports,
I mean, not even
we
sports. Just like that's what's fun, and nothing matters anyway. So you might as well do what's fun.
yeah.
But
I mean, they used to offer French at GMC.
French,
Yeah, they had French
like
as
a teacher, they have a teacher that like taught French.
yeah, like you could either take French or Spanish. Like years and years ago, you could either take Spanish or French.
That was online though, right?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was like a class, like a seated class. So like we had Pueblo and they would have somebody else.
Mm. Well, yeah, French would have been nice. I would love to learn German. German would have been cool. I think. I love Germany though. I've been once. I'm obsessed. But anyway, all right. Well, what song you got
Yeah,
for me this
Chase.
week?
Oh, Chase. Yeah. What about riding a horse is a skill? A true cowboy to go with that hat. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
agree with
know.
that. We will get him. We will get him on a horse
I know
soon
how to ride
enough.
a horse. I know how to ride a horse.
Okay, but like
I'm
you
just
just like
not
ride
very
it like
skilled.
are you like riding like a little gallop? Is this like are you
I've
like
ridden a horse at a
it's taking
gallop.
off?
I mean, I'm not a barrel racer like female barrel racer or anything, or some rodeo cowboy riding broncos. But I know how to ride a horse
Okay.
more than most people around Milledgeville.
My mom knows how to ride a horse.
Really?
Yeah,
She
but
ride them growing up?
yeah. Well, at least I think she did. I know she loves horses because every time we go somewhere, she's like, "Oh, look at the horses." So yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
Or,
if you grew up and like riding a horse was a necessary skill, like you're just not from Georgia. There's
yeah,
nowhere in Georgia. There's very few places. I mean, just basically nowhere in Georgia you need to know how to ride a horse to like make it by as a kid or like on a family farm or something.
true.
So it's definitely not a very. It's like of the more useless skills. to learn as a child if you're not gonna be doing it as like a sport or competitively
yeah,
or like doing it as part of like making money.
yeah, I agree.
Or like playing an instrument brings joy to a lot of people around you, or knowing another language offers you new experiences. Like being a DJ like can be a useful skill in the long run if you're using it to make money.
Hmm.
Also a skill you can't really acquire till later in life, I feel like sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. I
All
agree.
right. All right, what song you got for me though?
All right, so a song I'm
Write
going
it
with
down.
this week is 556,
Is
and
that
then
numbers? Is that
yeah,
numbers?
numbers. So the number five, and the number six,
All
and
right.
then in parentheses green tip, and then it's by I'm not don't know how to say this name, so I'm just gonna spell it out. It's IAYZE.
IAYZE.
Yes,
It looks like IAs.
that's what it looks. I couldn't even tell you how I'll
Five
try to
five
pronounce
six
that.
green tip. You know what that is, Scott?
A gun, I guess.
No, that is a bullet. A 5.56
Oh, see,
round.
I was close.
5.56 round is an assault rifle round. A green tip is like a
Was that like a hollow point?
no, not a hollow point. A green tip usually is a full metal jacket round, like ones that like pierce walls and stuff.
So just know they are getting to spray these bullets around.
Yeah, so sounds like some song you'd give me. Not whatever. Anyway, bars
Hey,
back home.
bars back home. Okay.
Jameson Rogers.
Jameson Rogers
You
bars
like
back
this one.
home.
This one might be your favorite one. I don't know. It was the most like relatable song I've heard. You feel like you're sitting at Velvet and listening to country music. Country music song comes, or you're sitting at the brick or whatever. It's like, or you can like just think of Capital City. That you just feel like you're part of the song. You're like, I can relate to this. Like I understand what it feels like to be at a bar back home. And like, there's nothing like it, dude. You go to any of the nicest bar in New York City. You can go all the way up here to Columbus, Ohio, and go out. But there's nothing like going out and like seeing all your people in the same place
Yep.
at
I agree.
just a local bar. So
Yep. It's always a fun time.
yeah. All
I'll
right.
definitely be whenever I listen to the song, I will definitely be thinking of me sitting in Velvet.
Yeah.
Shout out Velvet.
Oh, I know. All right. Well, we'll get back on Wednesday. Definitely be ready to do it. We'll aim for 10 o'clock on Wednesday. Go follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Meet us back here on Twitch Wednesday at 10.
Wednesday at 10. I'll see you then.
All right. Cook it up, Scoot.
Yes, sir.